Election night in America, CNN Tuesday.
Joining me now, three terrific radio talk show hosts. In Chicago, Steve Cochran, WGN. By the way, so we've got Steve is working at the same time he's joining us here. The broadcast being simulcast over WGN. In our Washington, D.C. bureau, Wilmer Leon of Sirius XM Radio. Good to have you with us, Wilmer. And in Raleigh, North Carolina, Warren Ballentine of Syndication One. A new, much trimmer Warren Ballentine. Good to have you with us.
Good to see you, Lou.
Let me turn, Steve Cochran, this race, well, I'm just told that, as I said that Steve Cochran is not available right now because he's in the middle of that radio broadcast. Let me go back first. Wilmer, let's turn to this race. We got a week to go. Any prospect in the world that, in your judgment, that John McCain can overtake Senator Obama?
Well, I'll have to preface every comment with seeing that all legally registered voters are allowed to vote. Based upon the polls that we're seeing right now, I think it's going to be very difficult for Senator McCain to overcome the lead that Senator Obama has, particularly when you look at the fact that Senator McCain right now is in red states playing defense, while Senator Obama is in red states playing offense. And I think that it's going to be a very tough row to hoe. But as we have seen in 2000 and in 2004, we can't take anything for granted. We won't know until Wednesday, the 5th.
Okay. And as we look at what is happening right now in the battleground states, John McCain staked out in Pennsylvania with Governor Palin. It looks like they're going to make a battle out of that. What is your thought there, Warren, as to what that strategy is and whether or not it'll work?
Well, I think the strategy that they have to have is just to keep fighting if they want to have a chance to win this. I mean, I agree with Wilmer and the fact that this isn't over until it's over. And just because Barack is leading in the polls, that doesn't really tell us who's going to come out and vote. Now, if everybody comes out and vote and everybody does what they're supposed to do, Barack probably will win in a landslide. But if people don't go out and vote and don't participate, then, you know, all's fair in war and politics. And right now, they're in the middle of a war. Can McCain pull this out? It's highly unlikely, but is it impossible? Well, in 2000 and 2004, the elections were stolen, in my opinion. Anything's possible, so we'll have to wait until November 5th.
2004?
In both elections, in my opinion.
All right. Well, that's terrific. Is Steve Cochran there now? Not yet. All right, let me go back, Wilmer, if I may, to you.
Yes.
What are your listeners engaged? What is dominating their interest right now? Is it the economy?
Most definitely. It is the economy as well as the election. But people are really looking at this economy, and they're confused about this bailout because people can't figure out why the debt is being nationalized and the profit is being privatized. And when you, in any algebraic equation, you're supposed to balance the equation by doing what you do on the left side, you do on the right side. But we're bailing out the banks, and nothing's being done for the homeowner, and that just doesn't make any sense.
And yet, this is precisely what Barack Obama and John McCain both voted for. They both supported this bailout. They both supported $150 billion in pork to get it through. And at least John McCain started talking about $300 billion for the homeowners. That hasn't obviously happened. And Barack Obama talked about a moratorium on foreclosures. But this really isn't getting much done, is it, Wilmer?
No, because in fact, I wrote an op-ed on this piece, entitled, "It's Not What You Say, It's How You Vote." And so they can talk about bailing out the homeowner, but if they don't vote for that, if that's not a cornerstone of the legislation, then it's really all sizzle and no steak.
Well, let's turn to I'm sorry, go ahead, Warren.
Look, one of the things that I would like to put in here is that, you know, honestly, I'm not in love with the Republicans or the Democrats because, honestly, if they want to fix this problem and make sure this doesn't happen again, why don't they put a federal usury law on the books? We could put that in play right now, and we can stop people who are purchasing homes and getting credit cards and buying cars from being charged 20% and 15% interest on their purchases. This would help a lot of people be able to reestablish their credit and be able to purchase things, but that's something nobody in Congress is talking about.
Well, Senator Obama and Senator McCain both are going to be, whichever one is elected president here, you know, they've both been talking a lot about what they're going to get done, how much money they're